Good day, my friends. The new brass has been fired and the rifle has been cleaned. Now it is time to move on to prepping the fired brass. We are not using new brass now anymore, so some of the steps are much more important to get right. You will be seeing new equipment being used here, and I will give a brief detail of it, but we'll make more detailed videos in the future about them in the Equipment I Use playlist. Please subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, and leave a like. Let's keep the series moving. The first step we're going to start here is decapping our brass. Of course, we got the short action press here. And we got this Mighty Armory die, which I'm pretty sure I showed you before. Mighty Armory. This has got a spring in the head that I'm sure there have been times when you're decapping and you go down, you pull up, and then you can't get the shell out because the primer has not actually came out all the way. Well, this has got a spring in it and it flicks. And you'll hear it as it decaps. Wipe it off, put it in, get it out. Wipe it off, put it in, get it out. Very exciting stuff here. I don't think you need popcorn, but very exciting. Okay, this is the Annealing Made Perfect Annealer. This company is out of New Zealand, I believe, and they have spent years and years of technical research creating this machine. So it is not just a fancy looking, expensive stuff that has nothing to back itself. They've tested thousands of different kinds of rounds, brands, sizes, and everything to come up with the right form and the right thing. Now, brass is like any other metal. It's made up of different properties. So anyways, the metallurgy of brass is different from every brand to every size, and most importantly to every lot. Sometimes it's not exactly the same. The first thing we have to do, obviously, is turn the machine on. It lights up. Yippee! Now, this machine has absolutely no drawbacks. This is new brass, however. This is a new lot number. So I have to analyze this brass now. And analyzing brass destroys it, as you will see. So you have to sacrifice 3 pieces. First, we want to unscrew this. And put the proper holder for my brass in there. You'll have to make sure, if you get one of these, that you order the proper size. It's all on their website, and you could even email them. They're very good. Screw that in. Now this comes with a shell holder. We go to the control panel now, and we hit start. And it comes up with analyze or run, and run is flashing, so you want to select the one that is flashing. So you use this, either this right or this left one, to go over to now analyzes flashing. So I'll hit start. And now it asks me my pilot number, which is this thing I was telling you about. So I know the number of that. This is starting at 0, which it is because this is 010D. So I'll move over to the next one, hitting the start button, and I'll go up to 1. Then I'll go over the next one, and it's 0. Then I go over the next one, which is the letter, and I will go up to D and hit start. Okay, now it says analyze start, so it's waiting for a piece. Put this in there and you'll hear some loud clicking and stuff like that as it goes. And I'll hit start. Okay, that is done. And up top it gave me a code of 0157. So write that down because we're going to do 3 of them. Now as you can see, this brass is destroyed now. That's no good. So it uses flashing. I don't want to use that code yet. I'm going to do this 3 times. So I'm going to move over to where it says go back, hit start again, move over to analyze, hit start again, put in my pilot number, again, 010D, and hit start. Now it's ready to analyze another piece. And I'll hit start. This lights up red too to let you know when it's going and when it's not. See, the red light went off. So now that gave me a code of 158, 0158. And again, we have another nice destroyed piece of brass. Now I have this little tin baking pan or whatever it is over here. I just put it up to the edge and it falls right in. Okay, so I'm gonna go over and it's flashing run. I wanna move over to analyze again. Hit analyze, enter my number, pilot number 100D. Hit start and it's waiting for another piece of brass. I'm gonna put that in and I'll hit start and let her rip. Okay, this code came up to 0160. Now all I do is average those out. So there's our destroyed brass again. I'll knock it off. And I will get out the calculator. So we've got 157 plus 158 plus 160 equals 475 divided by 3 pieces equals 158. That's the code I'm going to use. Now I have that written down on top of the machine here, so I'm going to just change that for now until I make a new label. 158. And this now says use is flashing. Well, I don't want to use that last code, 160. So I'm going to move over to where it says run, hit start, and now it asks me to enter code. It says use last. No, I don't want to use the last. Oh, I want to move over to where it says new and hit start, and now I'm going to enter my code. So I'm going to move over and my code is 0158. 0158. 8, and I hit start. Now you don't have to do this every time. It's memorized in there. Every time you fire it up, you hit the buttons and it'll say use or new. That's when you would hit use. The one that's stored. Okay, so now we can start regular annealing. Done. Knock it off into the tin. Put another piece in. And what's nice is this gives you a count too. I've done 1. Because it won't count the ones that you analyze. 2. 3. And that's it. This is really easy. I usually do about 100 pieces at a time. I have 200 here. So I'll do about 100 and let it rest, but in a minute, after you do so many, the fan will boost up to a higher mode, which is fine. All that means is the temperature is getting up. Because how this works is by induction. Your brass gets surrounded perfectly by the induction and anneals it perfectly all the way around, unlike flame ones. But I don't even want to go there because I've had those and I've used them, so I don't even want to go there. But this costs a lot more, sure it does. But the high thing will kick on, and there's also a protection circuit in here. If it gets too hot, it'll shut down. So you don't have to ever worry about overheating it. And that is pretty much how this goes. Next step, we will be moving on to tumble cleaning your brass. And that'll be in the next video. Did I do this one? No, I did not. Of course I didn't do it. It's not hot. And do not touch your brass for at least 10 minutes. Because, believe me, it is flaming hot. And there you go. See you in the next video.